Hey there YouTube, welcome to Draco Ray Gaming. Today we're going to be talking about BattleBit Remastered. It's a game a lot like Battlefield with Call of Duty elements to it as well. There's up to 250 player battle royale type Battlefield, like dominating certain points, A, B, C captures. It's really cool. There's a lot of settings in there, and so to help you out, I made a video so you know what to do to get the most FPS and best settings. As usual, no BS, no fluff. Here we go. All right, jumping right into it, I'm gonna go ahead and go to settings here. So as far as like gameplay settings, if it doesn't work out for you as far as the color system, the settings in here are absolutely in-depth and amazing. The guys have thought about everything that made this game. So if there's certain things you don't want to see or you want to see, you can turn them on or off, which is really helpful. Something that is also in like Warzone and Call of Duty is that you can change the color system and the color scheme of hit markers in your armor, or the kill hit marker, you know, being red, right, versus blue for armor, white for something that's neutral. The capture points, the friendly colors, all of these things can be changed. Your party color, you need to change those things to something that's more familiar to you. Right now I'm running everything default as I really get into the game and dive into it more, but definitely check these settings out and change them so that the colors help you see things better during game. So they have keyboard bindings as well as controls for gamepad or keyboard, whatever you're using. Really what I wanted to go over in this game though was the in-game audio and video settings. So audio, you can actually turn on and off what you want to hear and what you don't want to hear, which is great. Say like proxy chat, you can opt in for the voice chat or not. You can opt in to hear the death comms or not. It can be pretty nasty. People can, you know, obviously talk a lot of smack talk and other things. So you can turn your Steam friend VoIP volume on or off, your party friend VoIP volume on or off, your clan, your squad, your teammate, your any everything is totally configurable, and you can check your volume and test your microphone right here from the menu. They really have thought about everything in this game. So going into video settings so you can get the most performance out of this game, I have a pretty high-end system, so I'm able to run it in 1080 or 1440p in an exclusive full screen to make sure I get the most FPS. So the screen scale, and if you want to try to get the max FPS, go ahead and set this setting right here, max FPS to higher, because it default is pretty low. Now if you want to get the most FPS, you should maintain your FOV around 110 or below, but this game is really system friendly, so unless you have a potato PC, which they have potato settings for here, you can choose one of these preset settings: potato, low, medium, high, or ultra. I found the best settings to start with is a medium or high, and then go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and click medium, and I'm going to show you or medium high. Let's just go medium. You're going for major FPS. Go 1080 if you want. Go exclusive full screen. Keep your screen scale at 100. Turn off VSync. Set your max FPS up. Your brightness can be default or whatever you want. Field of view, I'm going to go 110. And vehicle field of view, I'm going to go 110. I turn screen shake down all the way. That can really mess with your FPS too, and I just don't like it. It's preference, but I don't like it. Shadows are enabled by default. They can help you a little bit in the game, but not much. If you really want to increase your FPS, you can turn those off as well. Anti-aliasing is on SMA low. The game looks nice and smooth in 1080 and 1440. You don't really need to go with a bunch of anti-aliasing here. The destruction quality, I did go on high. The rain quality can be medium or low. Also, the shader quality can be medium. Render distance is at 3000, but you can up that to more if you want to. Image effects. So I did turn off motion blur, this vignette, if I'm even saying that right. I turned that off, and that helped a lot. The contrast intensity and all these other settings here, it didn't really matter too much for me for contrast intensity, but brightness coloring I turn on or off it too, and off actually looked a lot better. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply those settings, and let's take a look at our FPS now and see what we're getting with these settings. All right, we're loading on into the game. We're going to pick a spawn point. We're getting 350 FPS, 450 FPS, 45, getting a ton of FPS. Now this is inside building that we're getting 400 plus. Now let's take a look outside. Now let's back out and go check out the FPS for the massive scale maps, because that's really where it's at and where the FPS counts. So we're going to queue into a 250 plus player server on a big giant map and see what kind of FPS we're getting there. All right, we're queued into the giant map. Let's check it out. 380 FPS, 395, 464. This massive scale outdoor map. Let's get it. All right, we lost that one. Map is game starting in 20 seconds, so we're gonna hit it. So even with the settings on medium/high, turning off just a few features, we're almost hitting 200 FPS in a 250 player game holds up really, really well. Hope this helps you out get your settings set for BattleBit Remastered. It's a fun game. Check it out. I'm Draco Ray here to help the gaming community, and I'll see you next time.